So there's the assumption that, you know, maybe it's easy to make money from simply just creating Minecraft content.
Yes.
I disagree. There's so many different things you can do. I mean, you take one look at the actual passionate community of Minecraft, you know it isn't just for kids.
Minecraft is planned to be a 50-year game, so we will all be pensioners here.
I played Minecraft with my stream of P.
I thought you were about to say something else.
No.
Hey everyone, welcome to Assumptions, and today we have some legendary Minecrafters with us.
I'm Jordan, also known as CAPTAINSPARKLEZ on the internet. I've been playing Minecraft for almost 15 years. A lot of people assume that I'm retired now, but I still stream it quite a bit.
I'm MANIFOLD. I'm a big fan of CAPTAINSPARKLEZ, and I have only ever made one Minecraft video, but I was on the Dream S&Ps.
And how tall?
Oh, you didn't even say how tall you were.
Oh, did I forget? I'm 4 feet tall, sitting on a lot of apple boxes right now.
And I'm 5'7", which actually is the tallest at this table.
I'm AIMSEY, also known as AIMEE, and I am 5 foot physically, but I'm 6 foot emotionally. I'm a Minecraft guy, and I also love Adventure Time. Please ask me about Adventure Time. I really like Adventure Time. Moving on, let's go.
And I am your host, Spencer. My claim to fame is that I bought Minecraft. I've got the receipt 9/29/2010. So that's a long time. I've also been working at a gaming channel for pretty much 10 years now. So let's jump into the first assumption that we have, and that is that Minecraft is only for children.
Look at the table.
What?
Simple answer here.
No, obviously no.
I think it has such a wide appeal, A, because it's been around for such a long time, and so you have people who might have started playing when they were 10 years old, and now they're mid-20s, they've graduated university, they're in a full-time career. I mean, that's one reason, but also I think you could have someone who is just, you know, a few years old and wants to just throw some blocks around and hit a zombie. You could have someone who can also learn computer engineering by wiring up calculators with redstone. I think my dad would be excellent at the game if he was ever willing to sit in front of a computer, because he's an architect and he could probably build incredibly well.
Amazing things.
Yeah, I think it just has such a wide appeal.
Just because something is family friendly or branded as family friendly doesn't mean it's for children. And I feel like Minecraft goes under that and falls under that a lot. There's so many different things you can do. I mean, you take one look at the actual passionate community of Minecraft, you know it isn't just for kids.
It's such a simple concept. It's just place blocks wherever you want,
Big
pretty
sandbox.
much at its core.
Yeah.
And that like can really go quite far. People have built like one-to-one replications of the entire Earth.
So Minecraft has been going on for 15 years now, give or take. Do you guys think Minecraft will ever die?
Everything will.
Wow, grim.
Minecraft goes with the heat death of the universe, all right?
Yeah, literally.
When Earth is gone, Minecraft will go with
When
it.
the
But until
apocalypse
that
rises,
day,
Minecraft will still be standing, okay?
They have internally said at the like Minecraft live events that Minecraft is planned to be a 50-year game. So we will all be pensioners here, and they'll still be presumably doing Minecraft lives and rolling out updates.
The concept of life and growing, no. We'll be here again in 50 years, everyone, seeing what we're up to.
It's crazy to even think that our videos could still exist in 50 years and people would still be able to watch them.
yeah, because even in the last 15 years, like it's so different. How it was and how it is now. Like I'm just so intrigued to see like how different it will be. But like, will it even look similar? Will it even like be remotely?
Will it even be the Minecraft that we currently know?
Will it be recognizable by then?
So the next assumption I have is that you guys might feel reduced to being known as just a Minecrafter because of your association with a certain Minecraft roleplay server in 2020.
Zach, what do you think about this?
Well,
This doesn't apply to me, apparently.
Me and Jordan are like, oh.
I have only made one Minecraft video ever, and still to this day am called a Minecraft YouTuber, despite the fact that I did that 2 years ago. So, resentment's the wrong word. I'm not like pissed off. Like I'm not sat there every night. Every night I go and make a video and go, I just shake my fists. I'm like, I'm fine with it. But yeah, it does feel potentially reductive of like the swaths of other things I've done.
I started off as a Call of Duty YouTuber. No one refers to me as a Call of Duty
Wow,
YouTuber.
never mind. What I said was actually a lie. It is only Minecraft. So yeah, now I'm more pissed off.
Just angry. I feel like obviously a lot of people are riddled with the concept of nostalgia. So a lot of people do like to like call back to where they may know you from. And, like I get a lot because obviously I've been on a lot of different things Minecraft related. I've gone through many different phases with my own content. But there is a beauty to it where it's like I don't think anyone should resent that part, because at the same time it's like it's obviously a beautiful thing to be able to grow with your audience. I guess the only resentment would be like if an audience is just kind of forcing you to stay that way.
Minecraft for me comes in phases.
Yeah, that
like
makes
I
sense.
played it first when I was 10, and then didn't play it for a while, and then started playing it again right as I started streaming at like 16, 17. And I like it kind of ebbs and flows. And I'm like, I'm sure I'll end up returning to it when something that piques my interest again. But like,
You'll upload your second
Yes!
Minecraft video.
second Minecraft
We'll be
video.
waiting. We'll be waiting.
I'll play Minecraft. Well, the first one was I played Minecraft with dance mats. I can play Minecraft with. You're right, probably with my brain. Just my brain alone by the time the second video comes out. It'll happen, I promise.
I
Probably.
swear I've seen videos of people using their brain to control
Yep.
PCs before, so it's not that far away.
Say, well, now it's been taken, hasn't it? Now we have to do something else.
You copied this person.
No!
I played Minecraft with my stream of P.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No. You know how
It really did seem like
You know, there's games in urinals in Japan where you pee on different parts of the urinal and it like controls the character. There's like one where the harder you pee, the faster the guy runs, and there's like a leaderboard. It's an amazing thing, and I'm gonna rig it to Minecraft. There we are. You know what? I'll do that soon. I'm getting quite into this now.
So speaking of incredible Minecraft ideas, a lot of you guys started your careers or grew significantly as Minecraft content creators. So there's the assumption that, you know, maybe it's easy to make money from simply just creating Minecraft content.
Yes.
I disagree. I was gonna say,
I'm joking.
it's a very funny assumption because I feel like many people don't actually realize how difficult it is to use Minecraft as a medium when it comes to wanting to make money. Because Minecraft's a brand, and a lot of people, obviously, if you are making money using Minecraft or like playing Minecraft or streaming Minecraft, a lot of the time, you don't really, streamers and creators, I don't know if I'm speaking just for myself here, but the majority of my income is definitely not from streaming, and from streaming Minecraft specifically. Because I'm a streamer at the end of the day, I don't do YouTube, but then obviously we've got the opposite spectrum, because obviously being a YouTuber, how is that for you?
Making a lot of money at anything is the intersection of luck and being able to take advantage of that when it's presented to you and be consistent and persistent. And so I think if I started from scratch right now, I would not be able to replicate what I have done. I think a lot of that was because I was very early into it. There weren't nearly as many people who were trying to make content. And the thing about the world is that when something is seen to have a potential to make a lot of money, that will attract more and more people to it, creating more competition and making it more difficult to break in. There is a lot more difficulty in making it work.
So what you guys do, it's definitely very unique. And, you know, I'm sure you guys are like me when it's like, you know, you hear like, get a real job. So one assumption is that it's very hard to explain your job to someone kind of outside of the industry or, you know, someone, you know, just other people.
I imagine you suffered with this the worst.
Yeah.
While we've been doing it, it's actually been a thing for a while, but you sort of jumped in early game.
I mean, earlier on, yeah, I would certainly have to elaborate more and people would kind of not understand what I was telling them about. I swear, I'm just making video game content online and yeah, people watch their ads and somehow I can make a living off of it. Even today, though, every time someone, like say someone's just coming over to work on the house or something like that, do maintenance, and they're like, oh, what do you do? I am very inclined sometimes to just say advertising. Because it's so much easier to
What's
just...
everyone's go-to lie, by the way? 'Cause
My actual lie is I say I do product advertisement. When people ask me what
There
I
you go.
do, if it's somebody that I know is not going to understand, or if I try to understand it and they're like, what? And I go, product advertising online. That's literally my go-to.
every YouTuber has a lie because we don't want to tell Uber drivers that we do YouTube.
Oh no,
Because then the
lying
Uber
to Uber
driver
drivers.
grills you.
I always have a makeup scenario where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work today. You know, my husband of 3 years has been cheating on me that I found out last night. It's always a who. Anyway, sorry, moving back.
I often don't have the heart to actually lie, though, so
Oh,
then I
yeah.
go into it and then they're like, what's your channel name? I'm like, it's Captain Sparkles.
So what about the assumption that the Minecraft community or the Minecraft streamer community is, you know, segmented or cliquey?
I feel like a lot of people tend to look at this, what I'm about to say, as like complaining. But I remember there was a time where there was a certain group of fans of a different side of the Minecraft sphere that didn't like me just because of who I was associated with, like Minecraft creators that I was associated with. And it always comes down to the concept of like they believe, like in every community, there's always going to be some like subsections which are like, no, this part is ruining this community, this part, no, this one's the loud majority, so they're making us look bad. And I would say in recent terms, the cliques are still alive, but everyone seems a bit more friendly with each other, which is really nice. Like I've had a lot of people from different sides of the Minecraft community recently now watching my content, and it's been so nice because like it's just very much like, oh, I don't usually watch like you, but I'm like really enjoying you. These are the streamers I actually watch, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad you enjoy. Because when you have a game like Minecraft, there's so many different things you can do, like survival, hardcore, creative, building, people who just do building and don't do anything else survival-wise. Of course, there's going to be so many different communities to it, isn't there?
There's sort of like old wave Minecraft and new wave
Yeah.
Minecraft, and new wave to me is like SMP Live onwards, like after the sort of like revival, as people call it.
Yeah.
You know, when PewDiePie did his series and stuff, like that felt like when
Yeah.
Minecraft like started like a new wave. And I think in that new wave, there was sort of that concept of like Minecraft standoms that came about that like didn't really occur beforehand. Again, I might be wrong here.
I was gonna say, I would argue this segmentation and clickiness is more in
In the fan
audience
bases,
than
yeah.
it is the
Yes.
actual creators.
And I think as standoms became more of a thing in like, you know, like these like mega fans of these like different servers and different like sections of the community, because as you say, there's so many different like facets. I think then those communities got a bit cliquey and they
Yeah.
beefed a little bit.
I agree with the whole thing of like recent term and rising with stand-up, but honestly, as somebody who was a big fan of, like I used to watch like a lot of Minecraft content even before I started streaming it. And it was honestly, yes, not as loud, but it was still very
always still happened, I
intense.
imagine. Yeah.
I remember, and it was like very intense where it was like, you didn't like this Minecraft content creator, well, my Minecraft content creator builds better than you. And it's like, that was the gist of the insults.
Yeah, the
There's
basis.
always going to be people who are like defending their person
'Cause
versus
you're my
someone
guy.
else.
time.
Yeah,
But,
just how it goes.
I'd say the actual creators themselves, I don't know of like cliques of creators. Like
No.
there's groups, obviously in like friend groups that are closer, but I wouldn't say like I've ever been in a situation where someone's like, you're from that group?
I was gonna say,
Get outta here. Like,
a
that-
prime
I've never noticed
example of
that.
it is conventions. I mean, like when we're in conventions, my favorite thing is whenever we're having before a panel and you just have all the Minecrafters, we always just kind of gravitate towards each other, and it's just it's a very much thing. I don't think it's the creators. I feel like it is just how it is.
I
Yeah.
think people just project like
Yeah.
high school
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
onto groups that they watch.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's not really a thing that happens between the creators.
No.
No one hates each other really.
So Minecraft is always, you know, going through cycles in terms of its popularity. Who knows where it'll be by the time this comes out. But, you know, one thing that people would agree on is there was a huge spike in popularity of Minecraft, especially streaming in 2019. And the assumption would be that, you know, a lot of it can be attributed to PewDiePie starting his playthrough in 2019. What do you guys think of that?
I don't think it was ever PewDiePie. I think it was just a very coincident kind of overlap.
Yeah.
Where he did that and then everyone
led-
started staying
it led into
inside.
COVID, and
yeah.
then-
I feel like if the COVID wasn't a thing, I feel like PewDiePie definitely would have had some responsibility in bringing it popularity, but I don't think it would have lasted for as long as it actually has done.
No.
If-
Yeah, so COVID definitely changed the way, you know, I think all of us were creating content in that moment. Even after, you know, we came out of quarantine, you know, things were never the same after that. And, you know, it also changed the way I think we interacted with, you know, fans. What about the assumption that Minecraft creators tend to ignore how toxic their fans really are and almost like encourage parasocial behavior?
I think it's a very net statement. I think
It does feel very specific.
I don't think it's everybody. I think it's sort of wrong to tarnish everybody with that brush.
I have certainly seen on Twitter certain behaviors in responses to tweets and stuff and been like, I'm happy to not be
Jordan's like,
in
I'm
that.
glad I'm normal. When you have a more YouTube core audience, or maybe you started out as a YouTuber, you tend to have a lot more what people like to call tame fans or like passive fans.
Yeah.
Where it is people that just enjoy your content. They don't get, not in a way that they're not as passionate, of course they are.
I don't get as involved in you as a person.
But with streamers, obviously, because as a streamer, their fans or people are just watching you actually fully exist.
Yeah.
And even being a YouTuber and a streamer, I have noticed with other ones of my friends that do YouTube and content streaming, they still have that kind of tamer audience. As someone who's been in fandom spaces, as well as now as a creator that has a fandom, you kind of have to take control a tiny bit sometimes if it is getting out of hand or is hurting other creators. Because every single person has a bad part of their fandom because there's bad people, they exist.
Like that guy in my chat always asks me to do armpit farts. He comes in my chat and he goes, Jack, please do an armpit fart. And I think it's a fetish.
Whoa!
I'm just guessing. He's always in there, like doing
You
an
could
armpit
start
fart.
up on another website. He might follow
This
you
is the
there.
thing, and
50 years, he comes back and just gold chains, and he's like, I started
doing the farts. No, I don't let my, but this is the problem. And I know you're saying creators need to take control, but I don't let, I've actually put the mods under strict instruction there not to ban that guy, because I find it real funny when he shows up. It makes me laugh every time. I go, he's here again, he's here again.
Crazy.
I call it out publicly every time. I'm like, everyone, the guy's here.
Okay, but have you ever done it?
No, sometimes I like edge him. I'll like do this. I'll like do this. I'll be like, oh, maybe this time. So if he's watching this, there you are.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people who get into doing gaming content creation, at least for me, I was very antisocial growing up in high school, not really great at having a big group of friends or anything like that. And so a lot of people who share that sort of backstory and upbringing, like all of a sudden trying to manage this massive group of people who are watching you, what do you do?
Yeah.
You're kind of thrust into that out of nowhere.
Okay, now this is a big one. What about the assumption that it is pretty much impossible to make it as a new Minecraft creator now?
I mean, it's not impossible.
I was gonna say.
Nothing's impossible. It's more difficult.
I feel like that comment is usually made by people who think they can do one stream and immediately should blow up. Because I've literally spoken with a lot of smaller Minecraft creators that come to me for advice, and I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? And they're like, well, I streamed one time in the Minecraft category, and I'm not famous. And I'm like, yo, you need to use all of these. Like, it feels like some people just assume Minecraft is easy to blow up, which is going off of what Jordan said earlier, because of the fact they see all of these big creators who they may not know.
I think also just content creation in general is harder to break into because it's more like kind of the reasons you gave. It's more saturated. It's definitely geared more towards like algorithm pleasing than it used to be. I think. I think short form's really important, and a lot of people like don't realize like most of the streamers you see that have blown up in recent years is because they just hammered short form like TikTok stuff. And like that really, cool. I forget you were.
Everyone always forgets that I was the Minecraft short form creator for a while.
Yeah, like this is the thing. I think that's the way it works these days, and it isn't the way it used to. But because that's relatively recent, I think people look back at how people used to do it and still try to do it the old way,
Honestly,
and it's not as effective these days.
The strategy that I did for my content, 10 plus years ago, it's not viable today. I would sit and I'd record for half an hour, play the game. It would just be a little bit of editing, and that would be the video, a 20-minute thing. And
let's bring back that content.
That would, it would get a lot of
Yeah.
views. Whereas now you have to compete against all those other people who are spending unbelievable amounts of time on every piece of content. I can't bring myself to do that with Minecraft at this point.
That's understandable.
And so that is what you're competing with. So it's more difficult, but it is not impossible.
Okay, so Minecraft song parodies.
Why are you looking at me?
Everyone's head turns.
Are they better than the originals?
I will honestly
Some of
say, some of them
Couple.
are. I can't listen to Usher without thinking.
I'm not glazing here. I'm being dead serious.
genuinely.
I think you did a couple.
I think everybody should respect the original. And
Coldplay breathing down his neck.
thank the original artist and producers for coming up with the tune, and they should go listen to the original too, even after listening to the parody.
Can't relate. I'm listening to the parodies on repeat, baby. No, honestly, I will say though, I really love Minecraft parodies. I feel like it definitely does. It is such a interesting part of the community, especially now. Because I don't see a lot now that I did back then. But I remember watching one Minecraft parody and crying to it. And it was.
Do you remember?
It was running out of food or something like that, and it was like. Da, 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 I'm running out of food. And it was just a guy dying. It was Steve dying without any food.
Grim.
And it was the hardest. I was sitting there and I was like, Steve, no. It was so sad.
But you made didn't you make one where like a guy's wife dies and shit? Like, I swear everyone you did in that sort of like.
Well,
They were
that
sad.
was part of Fallen Kingdom, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was in Fallen Kingdom. There was like so many of yours had really sad, tragic family breakups.
I didn't like to go the stereotypical happy ever after route with things.
You're a realist. You're a realist.
While we're talking assumptions, by the way, you know what I assumed? I assumed you sang all of those, and I've since learned you didn't sing any of them.
What?
This was heartbreaking to me, Jordan. I
can't believe that this is now making the rounds again. I have never tried to play off that I sang. I am a bad singer, and it is Tryhard Ninja. Please go watch Tryhard Ninja's music videos. He has done many of them, and he is good at singing. It wasn't me.
The next assumption I have is that Minecraft was better before being a Minecrafter was a thing.
Was there a period where that existed?
I don't think so. Maybe like when Notch first posted preliminary cave game footage or something like that.
I remember PewDiePie played like the first beta. Like I remember, like there's a video of that.
I think his first video ever for a long time, I don't know if it's still there, it was a Minecraft clip.
Yeah, like I don't think there has been any more than a few weeks, maybe a few months, where Minecraft has been accessible and there weren't YouTube videos about
I feel like that sentence of the whole Minecrafter, like, oh, it was better when these Minecrafters were a thing. I feel like that's more just people who are, once again, with the nostalgia of what they just didn't know. Or maybe they just weren't old enough to realize that it's always been a thing. Minecrafters and streamers and YouTubers have always existed. It's just these people aren't aware of it and they just assume it's a thing that's just happened and they're like, hey, I wish the woke mob have made this all normal, and then why is everyone a Minecrafter these days? It's like, no, it always existed. You just don't want to look.
Yeah, it feels like it may be targeted at sort of new wave.
Yeah.
In which case, what's your problem with me?
Hey, what did I do?
What did I do? What did I do to
I just
Minecraft?
wear beanie, drink coffee, play Minecraft.
I made one video. I can't have ruined it in one video. One video, and you're telling me I ruined Minecraft.
So unfortunately, I think we need to address the elephant in the room, and that is probably the assumption that a lot of Minecraft YouTubers do get exposed for problematic or toxic behavior and wind up suffering very public downfalls.
I've had this conversation a lot where it seems that a lot of people do forget every single community has big creators outed as something. But when you're a Minecrafter, it does seem like you get that title kind of to you and everything you do. So the concept of being a Minecrafter is just being a YouTuber or a streamer. Whenever something goes wrong and you've been a Minecrafter in the past, it's always this Minecrafter has been outed as a bad person. But for some reason, people just kind of assume all Minecrafters are bad or have done something bad because of that title of Minecraft, because this person may have played Minecraft for 3 weeks and streamed it, and suddenly they're always going to be a Minecrafter. No, and it's like, not really. It's just that when you have a huge game like Minecraft that has thousands upon thousands of Minecraft creators, at least 5 of those people are gonna be bad people.
Creators in general need to be aware, and it's not even just a creator thing. It exists in the world of business as well. There is a power imbalance dynamic when you are engaging with someone who watches your content, and that is something you simply need to be aware of, and you might not think about it because you've only been doing it for a year and all of a sudden you've got this massive audience, but it is something you need to be aware of and act accordingly. I
mean, I've never really collabed with people in general. Whenever I do, it is literally very short-lived because I'm very specific about how I like my content. Not in content ways, I'm just, the ADHD in my brain is like, if I have too many people speaking at the same time, I have to focus on my chat, and now I can't focus on the words, and I just start freaking out. But what about you guys? Would you say collabing has been a bit difficult for you?
I'm so bad at like initiating.
Yeah.
So usually it'll be someone who is asking if I want to participate in something. And reputation is important. Like if someone has done some bad behavior in the past, then I am probably going to be less inclined to do something with them. But I also can't predict the future. And if someone seems nice and they have a good past, I can't know that they're then going to proceed to do something bad after that. So there's always a risk in doing something with someone.
When I was more involved in the Minecraft community, the specific bit that I was involved in, it did get a bit harder to collaborate, but that was just, it was a slightly more turbulent community, and there were like, it just sort of did fall apart a bit naturally.
It fizzled.
And it did get harder because of like potential controversies.
I haven't had too many experiences of people who I had done content with regularly than, you know, falling to the wayside due to terrible actions. And I've also done a lot of solo content over the years. Not because of that, it just is because of my nature of being really bad at like reaching out to people to do things.
Yeah.
So
I'm the planner over here. Like, you know me, I always plan random things, but I get that a lot.
Because it has the benefit, though, of being in less proximity
low
to
risk.
Yeah, it's
less
like
proximity
only you.
to
It's like,
any.
oh, as long as I'm good, I'm
Yeah.
fine. like in the mirror, you're like, hey, we're doing good again.
Okay, so we are going to get into some more lighthearted assumptions, and we're going to kick it off with some individual assumptions. So the first individual assumption is that AIMSEY is making Minecraft woke. Have anything to say for yourself?
I didn't want to have to address this, but yes, I've been sent by a secret agent. I am, in fact, here to make Minecraft work. No, this assumption is so unbelievably funny. And this is an actual thing that people say to me because I'm openly a lesbian. And I remember there was a time back in 2022, I got so much hate for openly identifying as a girl kisser, basically. They were like, no girl kissing here. But it was a very, very interesting time because it was as if these people believed that Minecraft was just for cis-het. Like, as if Minecraft isn't like the biggest population of also being a very queer-friendly game. Because in my opinion, also in my time, I have met so many of my closest friends through Minecraft who are also all queer. It's like going to college, and it's like going to college for the first time and realizing, oh wait, I can be gay again.
I found the Minecraft community to be like especially queer.
It's got so many different things you can do. And obviously when you have a game that has so many different things you can do, obviously there's gonna be a lot of communities that drift towards certain areas of it. It's a very interesting thing to assume about me. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just liking women over here, and what I do shouldn't affect you. And if it does, why are you thinking about me like that? That's a bit weird. It's like, it's not my fault you're thinking about me being a lesbian more than you are playing a block game, all right? Like, that's on you, not me, man. The quote I always make is, I'm trying to make a world for younger me that could have existed in. But at the same time with trying to make a world that younger me should have existed in, I'm the one that's putting myself on the front lines. And it's like, it's all fun and games until you remember, by making a safe community for people, you are also inviting horrendous people, because it's like going into the real world sometimes and you forget that there are still people that are homophobic, bigotry, transphobic, and you don't even realize it until you get out of your bubble.
Basically, Minecraft's been woke.
We can make Minecraft more woke.
This is only the start, man. You know, if you think this is bad, oh, wait until next year my pronouns change. It's gonna go crazy.
So sorry again, guys, we're gonna shift gears back into something like a little heavier, and this is specifically for you, Jack, and it will kind of like, it's going to kind of peel away the layers of like the inner workings of kind of everything you've ever done. So Jack, the assumption I'm presenting to you is that Jack can't stop the Jack Manifold grind.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
There was this is still ongoing. It's like the longest running meme. And there's been several, and I've never liked any of them. This one's the best one, though. I'll give it that. There was one stream where I'd started and I had text-to-speech down I was on, you know, and you know how they be. And I was live, and someone said, "I'm at my uncle's funeral, but can't stop that Jack Manifold grind."
Currently at my uncle's funeral, but I can't stop that Jack Manifold grind. It don't stop.
Don't watch now! And I sort of was like, what? Like, you're at a funeral actively and watching the stream?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy. And then from that moment onwards, it just was like because it's like infinitely variable. Like, you just say anything and be like, I'm on that Jack Manifold grind, and it works. And to this day, probably 3 years on, we have not exhausted the list of things you could possibly do.
Yeah, I saw somebody in my community literally say, my dad just died, but can't stop that Jack Manifold grind.
It got to the point where this thing got so big within my community that like it was just donation after donation where I actually couldn't get a word in because they were playing back to back constantly all the time. And I had this real moment of like, I want to turn this off, but also this is so much money right now.
I'm on a video with Jack Manifold right now, but I can't stop that Jack. He's not streaming right now, though. Why isn't he streaming?
There's YouTube content, man. Don't even worry. I got you covered.
And then we have an assumption for CAPTAINSPARKLEZ, and that is that, you know, you've been in the space for so long, longer than almost anybody. And, you know, I think it would almost be a safe assumption to say that you were pretty much the dad of Minecraft.
Well, you know, I'll never have any children of my own. So I may as well have lots of virtual ones in the Minecraft space or something.
That's a good way to put it.
You're one of the goats, man. If I was to list my list of goats, it'd be like you, DanTDM, Stampy, like just all those like real. They've been around and made something. You know what it is? You made something that was just so like pillar stone of the community with like Fallen Kingdom and stuff. That like you gotta accept the title, man. You gotta do it.
I'm not gonna say it about myself. I feel like that should be. That's
should.
more of a question for other people to respond to.
I would say yes.
I'd say it's fairly accurate. Yeah, I think that's fair.
And now we move on to the tier list.
What is it?
So the tier list is going to be, you know, a list of all the ways you can die in Minecraft.
So lowest, like an F is I'm not bothered. S is I'm gonna tear my hair out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a hole through the monitor.
So let's start with the classic, dying to fall damage.
Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Dying from fall damage is almost always funny.
Yeah.
Because you had to have done something dumb.
You have to be an idiot, yeah, pretty much every time.
You gotta either just not be looking, or you've just mined straight down, or something like that, or you've just like.
Or
shifted.
you like break a sand piece and then the whole floor falls out from under you.
I was gonna say it's more at the bottom, because I also feel like if you're dying to fall damage and not like lava or something like that, your stuff is easily retained as long as you know where it is.
Yeah, you'll go find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always your fault
pretty
every
inoffensive.
time.
I think I've seen more clips of people dying to fall damage than any other way to die.
It's funny.
I'm
every time.
unbothered.
Okay.
All right, we'll go D for now to be safe.
D for now,
and
D
then,
for
yeah.
Next up as a way to die, we have drowning.
Drowning is really annoying.
It depends. If it might be I'm just an idiot and didn't pay attention, but it could also be I can't find my way out of the monument and I didn't bring enough supplies.
Yes.
I think the problem with drowning and why it's slightly more frustrating is, you know, when fall damage happens, like you take too much damage and you die instantly.
Yeah.
Where with drowning, like you lose the oxygen and then you start taking damage, and that's when like at that point you've realized you're dying, and then there's like a 5-second period, probably less to be honest, where like you feel like you might be able to rectify this, and it's then frustrating when you don't.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is why
Also,
that
when
one
you're
is more
like
frustrating.
lost heart and you're about to get to the top and then you just unalive, and it's like, oh my god.
I drowned just a few days ago for the first time in a long time, and it was very
Congrats.
embarrassing. It was very embarrassing.
Congratulations on drowning,
Thank you.
dude. I would say, honestly, this is probably middle or B.
Yeah, like C or B.
C or
I
B.
would be happy
Yeah.
to put this. B? You wanna go?
Yeah,
B?
I agree.
I'd say it's quite frustrating.
She'll be.
Okay, next up we have dying of hunger.
How do you do
Yeah,
that?
I'm not gonna lie, I've never been in that position.
I've never managed that actually.
Isn't it like only a hardcore mode thing?
Yeah, it's only in hard and hardcore mode.
But at the same time, I feel like you've got to be really, like, I feel like that at that point, you're just doing it to die.
Okay, so I'm a bit of a moron though, and
Okay,
I
that makes sense.
I'm quite bad at organising, and I often forget to bring food to things, and then realize, oh shit, I'm not gonna get back in time. Like caves and stuff. Like, if I go mining, I'm forgetting to bring enough food, and every time I'm like, oh shit, it's over.
You die of hunger?
Yeah, because I'm shit at Minecraft. There's a reason I
No
didn't make
wonder
one
this,
video.
I was about to say
I'm
that.
bad, bro. I'm not good. I'm dying to hunger
I think
frequently.
this is pretty inoffensive because it's you must be doing it.
It
on
is my
purpose.
fault though, absolutely. It probably should actually be very low. I just personally have a vendetta, but if I'm being objective, it shouldn't be
I'm gonna
that
say
high.
F, honestly.
It probably should.
I don't know where to put it other than F.
If it had question
I-
mark, I'd put it there, but.
I'm a special case. Like you're right.
I'm sorry, Jack. Unfortunately, I think you just have to get way better at Minecraft.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't.
The second video can be you not dying. in
I'll get
hunger.
better for the second video.
There we go.
Where I
All
play with
right.
piss.
Next up, we have dying to a creeper explosion.
Oh yeah. Those
That's
suck.
always very angering.
Especially when you're just mining and it just falls on you.
Yeah, and I go, oh man.
Oh, do you? I'm just not saying S because
I
I'm
think it's
reserving
A.
it for could there be something
I think
higher?
there's one. I think I know what I'm gonna put in S. I'd say A.
I'd say A.
I'd say A too. It sucks. It like actually jump scares you sometimes as well. Like it's like a physical reaction
yeah,
as
I
well.
agree.
Like it sucks.
My heart starts pounding. I'm like, I didn't know it's a horror game. Like,
Yeah.
it's awful.
Next up, we have one of the golden rules of Minecraft, and that is accidentally digging into lava.
Oh yeah, no, that I mean,
It trust me, I recently spent 2 hours trying to get out of the nether because I found myself under a lava cave and I could not get up. Every time I'd mined a single block, lava would spill into the thing, and I went so crazy I had to end my stream. I was sweating. I was literally, I was in hardcore as well. So I couldn't do anything but cry.
I'm gonna say it's quite up there because one, you fall in lava, no more stuff. Bye-bye stuff, your stuff's gone.
Yeah.
That's already probably the worst thing that can happen when you die. And there's the added insult of, it's like the #1 rule and I've been stupid enough to risk. I thought, I know it's the one rule, but I'm better than this and I'm gonna be fine. And I was proven wrong in the worst way possible.
Every time.
It's like, not only does it suck, I now feel like I've been spited by fate itself.
Yep.
I hate it, it's S tier as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
I'm more than happy with S tier.
Next up, we have, in my opinion, one of the funniest ways to die in Minecraft, and that is being crushed by sand.
You're a moron if you let that happen. It's like so easy to
you're a
mine.
moron.
Yeah, you can punch that with your fist. That's kind of it's impressive.
Can't you just jump? Like, can't you just spam jump and you're
No.
like, oh,
The
never
thing
mind,
is,
I'm
I'm
alive.
thinking though, is if like you've got no tools, how did you get to that point?
No, that's why I'm saying
Like,
you probably
having
have a way to
nothing.
react,
Well, also,
and you're just panicking.
also,
Yeah.
if you don't have tools, then you're not losing anything. Like, there's no,
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
die and you go, oh, that was a shame.
It is inoffensive.
Like,
yeah.
it's, yeah, I don't,
I would
who
say- I
cares?
would say bottom,
It's
yeah.
F again, yeah, I don't care.
Oof. Okay, this one's rough. Next one we have is getting killed by a gold-plated baby zombie.
Oh, Phil's in
shout out Phil's, we
Minecraft.
love Phil's,
Shout out
man.
Phil's in Minecraft. To be fair, baby zombies in general are terrible.
They
because
are the worst.
You
yeah.
try, because you try and block yourself up and you think you're fine, and then a little baby comes running.
When
Little
Phil died on that
dying.
world, it made the news. He got interviewed by the
didn't know
BBC,
that,
so
wow.
I would say it's probably the most iconic
I would say
death.
S tier. I would say S tier just for Phil, and also how absolutely irritating it is to then be killed by a zombie. And you have to tell people I was killed by a baby zombie.
But
Not even the zombie.
arguably,
Yeah, go on.
it brought him a lot of audience as a result.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's doing much better for it, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's doing way better. That little zombie guy, you know.
The final way to die in Minecraft is being griefed by a friend.
Is it funny? Did they do? Was it a funny grief? Like, I feel like that's
it
that's what it
depends.
depends on.
Yeah, like, have you ever had any instances where you're kind of just hanging out, doing your own thing, and then your friend just comes and kills you?
I've been on the opposing side. I used to be what the kids call a menace. And I, one time, got my girlfriend's Minecraft horse, got it on a lead, hung it above her house. But what I didn't realize is if you sit on it, it then breaks the lead. And it just fell and died. And she was watching my stream as it happened. And I just went, oh, and I just logged out. I couldn't. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, have you guys, are you the griefer usually, or have you grief?
There actually wasn't a friend,
Okay.
but this was back on
Myanite.
Myanite. Well, no, so Tom left his PC logged in at an event, and random person hopped on and they burned my house.
Oh,
That's harsh, man. That's harsh. The problem is, though,
It was specifically me.
That's
like
so
nobody
targeted.
else.
That was so
They just burned
targeted.
my house down.
that's hating on a new level. I respect that.
But have you had any like instances of just either griefing someone or they griefed you?
Nah, I've never cared enough.
I'm the opposite. I get so emotionally attached.
I just like, you know, if it was, and this is the thing, I like a good story and I like a funny bit because content creation is the key, right? It has to. Griefing's often quite entertaining for the viewer, and I think my content brain is telling me, yeah, it's funny. It's worth it because it's funny, and like that is always the way I operate. I'm tempted to say this is middle of the run.
Yeah.
Because it can be really funny, but it also
contextual.
can be fucking awful
It's
and evil.
definitely contextual, yeah.
So I'd say just middle of the road.
Sure.
yeah, agree.
C.
C is yeah.
Okay, I did rap in Revenge.
You did rap?
There we go.
And I did rap in a Try Hard Ninja music video as well, a Minecraft music video called Get Off My Block, which was also like 2011, I think.
Wow.
Which was like live action and stuff too.
Oh,
We were wearing like masks and the pickaxes.
I can
and
find a
hand-
video of you rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing after
great.
this.